What's going on YouTube? Daybreak 748 coming back at you guys with yet again another video. Today I am going to be answering a question that I got a couple of months back. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I just never responded to you. So I don't know if you're subscribed, but if you are, I apologize. But like I said, I try to reach out and respond to all the people who comment on my videos. And the question was as follows. Daybreak, you purchase a lot of booster boxes and you showcase all of your collections when it comes to the master set and whatnot, your SP collection, etc. But what do you do with all your other spares? Do you sell them? Do you keep the bulk? What do you do? So for those of you guys who are new to my channel and you might not know this, me personally, I do love collecting the SP cards and the master sets. However, I also love playing this game. Now, unfortunately, because of the circumstances, me being a dad, a father of two, having a mortgage to pay, working multiple jobs, unfortunately, I just don't have time to go to tournaments and whatnot. I wish I could, but I unfortunately can't. So what I do is, I've said this in the past as well, I have a group of friends. We meet up maybe once a month. And lately it's been probably once every 2 months, 2 or so months. And we just play. We play for hours. And I'm just thankful my wife allows me to do so. But yeah, I build decks and I play with many different decks. I'm not the type of person who will just sit there with one particular deck. Because I'm so, I guess, pent up and I don't have any opportunity to just play. I just want to experience everything that I possibly can. So I'll have multiple decks. Now, how many decks do I have in total at this point in time? Well, you're gonna find out that here today. So we're gonna go through all of my decks. Here we go. And guys, just giving you a heads up, none of these are for sale and these are not in some chronological order of my favorite to least favorite. They're all my favorites. So first one up is my Log Horizon deck right here. All of these are complete besides the ones that I tell you that are not complete. Up next, we have 2 different decks for Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs. One focusing in on Yuna, obviously. The next one featuring this chick right here. Saguri, I think that's her name. Pretty awesome. I kind of like this build more than the Yuna build. It has a lot of fun mechanics. This is more like a waifu deck. Both of those two are my waifu decks. Up next, we'll take care of some No Game, No Life. Here we go. We have this particular deck. Pretty cool stuff. These are all fully complete. Guys, if you guys play Japanese Weiss, you guys know, man, these are annoying to cut out. Holy crap, I wish there was an easier way. Now you might be like, Daybreak, just play the English version, then you won't need to worry about it. And well, yeah, no. I will stick to my Japanese, but it's just a pain. Now I know some people might be like, Daybreak, just memorize the cards. I mean, they're not that hard because most of the cards do the same exact thing. Yeah, I get that too, but once again, don't have time to memorize stuff like that. I have a Jibril deck right here. So we have 5 decks right now. Moving on to some Nisekoi action. Best Girl right here. I have 1 deck of that, of her. Another deck of her right here. Bam. And this features around this particular card. So pretty cool stuff. Next, we'll take care of, I don't know, what do I want to show you next? Let's go with some Steins Gate, shall we? So I have 2 different Steins deck versions. Or we have this one right here featuring Best Girl, Mikasa Karisu. We have this next one. I personally don't like this character at all, but at the time I had all the pieces that I needed for this particular deck, so I made a waifu deck of her. So there you go. Up next, let's take care of some Fate Apocrypha. I only have 1 deck and it is featuring none other than the Trap itself, or himself, and it is of Black Rider. It's a trap, guys. It's a trap. So there you go. Up next, we have some SAO. I guess we'll take care of those. Yeah, let's take care of some SAO. So this one, it was actually one of my earlier builds. And something to note, when it comes to all of these builds, I like to keep retweaking as newer sets come out. As long as they have some support and they are not like, for example, Ray Zero and Memory Snow. Memory Snow has a different mechanic, so unfortunately I can't update my regular SAO deck. But yeah, if there are cards that I can update, I will. So this is a purely silica deck, which I personally enjoy a lot. Up next, we have some GGO action, and we have Len right here. This deck's fun to play. All right, up next, you guys know I am a fan of Last Shot Shinon, and this card is a beast of a card. Yeah, so I had to make a deck out of it. This is probably the only English deck that I own. Is that correct? Maybe there might be one more. I might have lied to you. I don't know. We'll find out in just a sec. But yeah, there is the one English deck that I have. Up next, we have some more GGO goodness. But this one is for the, what is this? I forgot what their name is. Yeah, the Shink. It's a Shink deck, pretty much. It's, if you watch the anime, you know exactly who these girls are. But there you go. There's they're side characters, but their deck does some pretty wonky stuff, so I wanted to build a deck just out of that. Up next, we will go with Ray Zero. And you'll be it's pretty interested, or you'll be surprised to see that I only have one Ray Zero deck, and it is obviously featuring Best Girl, Rem. And I don't know why. I feel like I should have more, but I just don't. It's weird. I have multiple decks for different, I guess, anime. But for that particular anime, a anime that I find myself really enjoying and really liking, and obviously my best waifu or my top tier waifu is from that particular anime, yeah, I only have one. It's weird. Anyways, maybe we might have to change that with the Memory Snow cards. We have a sneaker, what is this called? I don't even remember what this name. Sneaker Bunko, whatever. I had some cards lying around, and these cards are pretty sexy, so decided to make a deck out of it. So there you go. Up next, let's take a look at how to raise a boring girlfriend. Now, unfortunately, my best girl, it's not a deck focused on her. It's focused on her, the main character's cousin, Michiru and Icy Tail. This deck I find to be a lot more competitive than the other, so that's the reason. But I need to definitely look back into that because I'm quite interested. Okay, up next we have two Konosuba decks. One featuring the goddesses, so Aqua and this chick right here, Eris. Pretty cool stuff. This deck is a lot of fun to play. And then up next we have another, and it's more for Megumin. Now you might be like, Daybreak, so how do you build your decks? Well, honestly, like I said, I'm still learning. So I would say well, I'll tell you at the end how many decks I have. But some of these decks I made by myself. They're similar in some aspect to some competitive builds because it's kind of straightforward, but others are very wonky and very different. But yeah, some of these I got from a friend. They sent me their list. I'm in like a Facebook group, and I'll be like, hey guys, I'm looking for for example, Goblin Slayer deck list. Can anyone help me out? And they'll send me like a deck list, and I will try it. And if I like the gameplay, the mechanics of it, then I will build it. If not, then obviously I'll pick something else. All right. I have a couple more to show you guys. So here we go. There's a ton here. We have Overlord. Now this is one of my favorite decks to play. Honestly, it's just so much fun. I personally love the anime Overlord. So yeah, it's a great fit for me. And then the last full deck that I own is this is the deck that I've been really enjoying right now, and I think I said it in a past video, but I might be mistaken. It is Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, and it is of Mai. This deck is so much fun, very competitive. I love the mechanics of this deck. Now, this is just to showcase the decks that I have, so I'm not really going to go into like the combos and what you can do with it. But if you would like to see that kind of video, hit me up and leave it in the comment section down below, and I will gladly make a video showcasing all of the different things you can do. All right, and lastly, so all of these decks so far, sorry, it's gonna get a little squeaky because I'm using a tripod right now. But look, all of these cards, and you know what? Screw it. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna take this off. Okay, so if you guys take a look, all of these decks are completed. Every single one of these. And I play with literally all of them. So what we would do is when we get together, we would start with one deck and we'll just do tournament style. And if a deck wins and they will stay. If the deck loses, my friends would pick a different deck and we'll go from there. All right, so up next, these decks are not complete. I just don't have the pieces necessary, but here we go. I'll show it to you anyways. So I'm working on a full Titan deck. I know this is kind of a whatever deck, but I thought it was a pretty cool concept when it first came out. I just, unfortunately, only had one booster box of this, and all of these other decks took priority. So this is still in the works. Up next, we have another SAO build, and this is something that I've been working on, but again, I don't have that many cards for it. Unfortunately, all the cards were going into all these other SAO decks. So yeah, still working on this, but it's in the process. Up next, we have the time I got reincarnated as a slime. This one, I'm not really too sure of what I'm going to be doing. I've been playtesting and just reading up on the cards, but yeah, I'm not sure. So we'll find out if I ever finish that. And then lastly, this one I worked on a long time ago, but I kind of stopped. I'm missing literally one card. It's a full deck on Beatrix. And like I said, the Ray Zero, that one with the Rem, that's obviously a more competitive build. This one is more of a budget-friendly fun deck, but I'm still missing one card. It's the, let me see if I can find it. I'm missing, yeah. I need one more of these promos, but whatever. We'll deal with it when we have to. But there you guys have it. So how many decks do I have in all? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times 3, 21, plus the Mai deck, that is 22. And then the 4 decks that I am currently working on, so that's 25 decks. And again, let me just show you guys real quickly. Sorry guys, here we go. Here is an overarching view of all the decks that I currently own. Now, like I said, I am not planning to sell any of these. These I just love to play with. So there's that. Now, if you're like Daybreak, but if you had to choose, if there was a fire at your place and you only could take one deck, or let's say 3 decks with you, which one would they be? Very simple. It would be Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, it would be Overlord, and it would be the Ray Zero because of Rem. But other than that, yeah, I love these decks to death. and I will continue to make these awesome decks. Now guys, if you guys want to play, if you guys do play and you would like to play online, because I know some people, some YouTubers that I watch, they do that, hit me up. I would really like to play on a more, I guess, normal basis instead of like once a month, twice a month, stuff like that. So yeah, that's that. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to stop by and watch this video. If you like what you saw, leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions about any of these decks, please leave it in the comment section down below and I'll make sure I get back to you. And with that said, this is Daybreak 748 and I am signing out. Peace.